The sickening thud echoed as the volleyball struck Lila's partially paralyzed face, knocking her backward onto the grass at Maple Ridge's community barbecue. Gasps rose from onlookers, but Veronica Sterling, the HOA president, masked a cruel smirk with feigned concern. "Oh, what a terrible accident," she exclaimed, then whispered to a friend. "It probably slid right off her crooked face. My name is Nathan Caldwell, a 42-year-old Secret Service agent with 17 years assessing threats and protecting officials. My training to stay calm, analyze intent, and neutralize danger would prove vital against this neighborhood tyrant. 3 years ago, my wife Clara and I were driving home from Lila's piano competition when a drunk driver killed Clara instantly. Lila, then 11, suffered injuries leaving her left face partially paralyzed, her left eye nearly blind, and her left hand numb, devastating for a piano prodigy. Now 14, Lila's resilience shines. She's relearned piano with adaptive techniques, earns straight A's, and carries a quiet strength that fills me with pride. Her drooping eyelid and asymmetrical smile remain, but her spirit was unbreakable until Maple Ridge. 4 months ago, my transfer to Boulder's field office brought us from D.C. to Maple Ridge, a polished Boulder suburb. Its schools and proximity to Lila specialists, plus promises of inclusivity, drew me. Our new home allowed accessibility upgrades, and the community touted cultural programs for Lila's talents. But Veronica Sterling, HOA president, set the tone early. At our first meeting by the mailboxes, Veronica's warm smile froze upon seeing Lila. Her subtle grimace, her focus on me despite Lila's greeting, her positioning to avoid Lila. My threat assessment skills caught it all. "We uphold high standards at Maple Ridge," she said, her tone syrupy, emphasizing aesthetic, while glancing at Lila with revulsion. Lila's slumped shoulders showed she felt it too, her sensitivity to judgment honed by loss and surgeries. "Don't worry, Bumblebee," I said later. "Some people aren't worth your shine." She nodded, but her silence spoke volumes. A welcome basket arrived, including Veronica's note suggesting Lila use the pool or gym during off hours, code for hiding her disability. I kept it, documenting as always. Then came suggestions. Lila should wear a mask at events or install privacy screens to shield her from view. Each was cloaked in concern but clear in intent. Veronica wanted Lila invisible. I responded courteously, filing every instance. Veronica owned Sterling Elegance, upscale spas promoting cosmetic perfection with flawless models and slogans like "Erase Imperfections." Her social media showcased her photogenic family, including her son Preston, a varsity athlete. Our neighbor Mateo Ruiz, a former journalist turned author, shared insights. "Veronica's driven out anyone who doesn't fit her aesthetic," he said. "Last year, the Lopez family left after complaints about their son's prosthetic leg disrupting harmony." "That's discrimination," I replied. Mateo nodded. "She's clever, framing it as community concerns." Lila thrived at school, her music teacher praising her talent. She was invited to perform Chopin's Nocturne in E-flat major at Maple Ridge's Cultural Showcase, her first public performance since the accident. She practiced tirelessly, adapting fingerings for her numb hand. In a blue dress, her hair framing her face, she walked to the piano with her uneven gait. Veronica, mingling with board members, soured at our arrival. During Lila's performance, her creative pedaling and expressivity silenced the room. Applause erupted, except from Veronica, whose tight smile hid disdain. Later, she remarked, "Charitable to let her perform, but the compromises were obvious. Something simpler next time." Lila, overhearing, dimmed. That night, she practiced tearfully, Veronica's words wounding her confidence. The community barbecue escalated tensions. Lila, coaxed by friends, joined a volleyball game, mindful of her limited vision. Veronica approached with Preston. "Show them how a real athlete plays," she urged loudly. Preston, embarrassed, mumbled reluctance, but Veronica insisted. I watched from the grill, noting Veronica's glares at Lila. As Preston prepared to serve, Veronica grabbed a second ball, waited for Lila to turn, and threw it at her head, stepping back to blend in. The ball hit Lila's sensitive side, toppling her. Teens rushed to help as Veronica feigned shock. "What an unfortunate accident," she whispered. She probably couldn't see it with her condition. Sports aren't for her. My training kept me composed. Helping Lila, I whispered, "You're okay, Bumblebee. Let's get ice." She trembled. "She did it on purpose, Dad. I saw her." "I know," I said. "I'll handle it." Dr. Elise Morrow, a pediatrician and board member, approached. "That was deliberate," she said, examining Lila. "I saw everything." Mateo, filming for the newsletter, added, "I got it on camera, clear as day." I thanked them, my plan forming. Confronting Veronica, I said, "You threw that ball at my daughter." She deflected. "Absurd. It was chaotic with multiple balls. It was deliberate, witnessed, and recorded." I countered. She sneered. "Video can mislead. Maybe her depth perception failed. Sports aren't for kids with her issues." Her cruelty confirmed her threat level. "This isn't over," I said, holding her gaze. "It'll continue in the right form." Uncertainty flashed in her eyes before she dismissed me. "Do what you must, Mr. Caldwell. I'd hate for Lila to face more isolation." That night, with Lila settled watching a movie, I launched my counteroffensive. I secured Mateo's video, reviewed my documentation, and contacted Dr. Morrow, who offered a statement and access to board minutes showing Veronica's opposition to accessibility. I uncovered Veronica's past: 2 settled discrimination lawsuits against her spas, ex-employees confirming she rejected disabled applicants, and Preston's piano teacher revealing his secret lessons against Veronica's wishes. Preston admired Lila's adaptive techniques, explaining his unease at the barbecue. I requested a board meeting slot to address safety concerns. Veronica tried limiting me to 3 minutes, but Dr. Morrow and another member overruled. The packed meeting buzzed with anticipation. Veronica, annoyed, maintained her facade. I began, "I'm Nathan Caldwell, here with my daughter, Lila, to address discrimination, harassment, and assault in Maple Ridge." Veronica's smile faltered. I played the video. Veronica throwing the ball at Lila, then blending in. Gasps filled the room. "That's edited," she claimed. "Unedited footage and witnesses, including Dr. Morrow, confirm it," I said. Dr. Morrow nodded. "This is part of a pattern," I continued, showing a timeline. "The welcome note, mask suggestions, post-performance snub. This violates HOA bylaws and federal disability laws." I revealed my Secret Service role, startling Veronica. "I protect against threats, including to my daughter." Her facade cracked. I presented evidence of broader discrimination. Denied accessibility requests, pressured residents, selective rule enforcement. This isn't one incident. It's a systematic effort to exclude those who don't fit Veronica's aesthetic, promoted through her spa and imposed here. Veronica snapped. "I've maintained Maple Ridge's standards. If some can't handle them, they'd be happier elsewhere." "You mean disabled residents are unwelcome?" I said. She backtracked, but the damage was done. A board member moved for an investigation. It passed overwhelmingly. Residents shared stories. Fines for handrails, a banned autistic child. The board suspended Veronica, appointing Dr. Morrow interim president, and formed an accessibility committee. Veronica, furious, hissed, "You don't know who you're dealing with. My family built Maple Ridge." "I know exactly who you are," I replied. "Someone who assaulted my child. Connections won't erase evidence." Weeks later, investigations confirmed Veronica's discrimination and fund misuse for her allies' properties. She was permanently removed, and new anti-discrimination policies were enacted. Lila, initially wary, found support, including from Preston, who apologized for his mother and bonded with Lila over music. He volunteered for her adaptive music program for disabled kids. 3 months later, Lila's first full recital since the accident packed the community center. Dr. Morrow's speech on inclusion set the tone. Preston turned pages for Lila's complex piece, their teamwork shining. Veronica, her status diminished, watched from the back. At the reception, she approached. That was impressive. I didn't think adaptations could work like that. Lila replied, adaptation is about moving forward, not giving up. Veronica nodded and left, a flicker of regret in her eyes. 6 months post-incident, Maple Ridge transformed. Lila, on the accessibility committee, helped add ramps, ASL interpreters, and adaptive pool gear. Her story reached beyond Boulder. She spoke at a disability rights conference, and her piano method gained national attention. Veronica's spas faltered. She rebranded, dropping elegance for uniqueness. Whether genuine or pragmatic, it showed impact. I began helping families fight disability discrimination, my training ideal for advocacy. Families Veronica had pushed out returned, building the inclusive community promised. One evening, as Lila practiced a tough piece, I reflected. The volleyball meant to humiliate had sparked change. Lila's wisdom shone when she said, holding anger gives her power. Preston says she's in therapy. Maybe she'll learn. A year later, Lila's program got funding to expand across Boulder. She was invited to perform at a national conference, her biggest stage. A letter arrived, unsigned, with a clipping about Lila's work. Your daughter showed me perfection isn't what I thought. Some lessons come late, but I hope not too late. Lila sent a reply. It's never too late to learn new ways. Thank you, Lila Caldwell. Her grace toward Veronica showed maturity beyond her years. My career taught me to neutralize threats, but Lila showed me resilience and inclusion are stronger protections. The volleyball, meant to exclude, became a catalyst for a community that values every member's uniqueness. Lila, once hesitant, emerged a leader, her music and advocacy reshaping Maple Ridge and beyond, proving strategic action, not anger, transforms cruelty into lasting change.